The Treasure State University of Montana football is a way of life. Lithia Ford has long been a proud sponsor of Griz football, and Lithia Ford of Missoula is thrilled to have several of the best Montana football seniors driving the best trucks in Montana. Aspen Sound is the premier car audio and accessory shop in Montana. Aspen Sound makes sure the boys are riding in style with tinted windows and state-of-the-art stereo systems. There's always a party in Montana. Whether you're going to a concert, a wedding, or a football game, the Montana Party Bus will get you there. Skyline Sports and ESPN MT cover the Big Sky with more depth than anyone. Check out SkylineSportsMT.com and tune in to Nuanez Now on 102.9 ESPN Missoula every day. My Montana Roots and Wear Your Roots clothing is your go-to spot for the most unique and comfortable lifestyle clothing you'll find anywhere. And get your custom t-shirts to support your favorite player. From 5 local businesses who love Montana, best of luck to the Griz as they pursue another Big Sky Conference.
Eagle fans, please direct your attention to the center of the playing field for today's captains and the presidential coin toss. At this time, we would like to welcome Jack Gillingham as he joins President Dr. Sherry McMahon for the coin toss. Jack is...
Oh, fuck it. Let's fucking go, Vi. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby!
Restoration, we follow a very strict process of how we do people's individual contents. It starts on site after our team walks in, evaluated everything, and we start separating out what can be salvaged, what can't be salvaged. Once we determine what can be salvaged, we have to determine the processes that we want to use. We get everything back to our content cleaning facility. There is one of the processes we use that's a ultrasonic cleaning system called a fire line. It's an assembly line system where we unbox, we open the box, we see what's in it, we go through the inventory of it, we open it up, it then goes through a pre-wash system, it then goes through the ultrasonic system, it goes through a post-wash system, and then it goes through a drying system, comes back around on the assembly line and is reboxed into a clean box, re-inventoried to make sure everything that was in there when it started is there when it comes through the system, reboxed and ready to go back into storage until it can go back into the homeowner's facility.
Five Valleys Restoration. Respond, restore, rebuild.
Questions after Coach, your initial thoughts after an exciting win for the Griz?
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to look at this, so I may pause if you ask me a question that refers to that. You know, that was a great football game, a wild game. Probably not defensive fans are probably not as thrilled by it, but it was a wild game. It was a great game. I've been saying it all week, what a fine job that Aaron Best does here with this program. He had his team ready to fight. We had him on the ropes numerous times in that game, and we couldn't make him give. And they fought it out to the end, and we were holding on for dear life at the end of it, and found a way to get the job done. So congrats to Eastern on just a well-played, hard-fought game, but also congratulations to our team coming out on top in that wild game.
Questions? Bobby, what do you think were the key factors for you guys to close it out?
Scoring more than they did. That was it. We outscored them. That was it. We didn't probably play as well as, especially the second half, as well as we have on defense. We were down a significant number of players, and we just didn't execute as well as we needed to on the defensive side of the ball. And then I thought they outplayed us in the kicking game too, frankly. They just did a really good job. It was a great job by them, and I'm as pleased as I can be that we got a win this week.
You got those 3 big 4th down conversions. Just take us through those 3 plays and how big were those, just to be able to
Yeah, I don't
stay
remember
ahead.
the first one. The second one was the touchdown on 4th and 1, the pass over the top. He had both guys running loose and hit Junior. They bid on play action. and then the stretch jet sweep to Xavier was a great call. It was really well blocked, and he was out the gate. Probably worked out in our favor that he didn't get in the end zone on them.
Logan, same thing for you. What does it take to execute those fourth downs, and what'd you think of the calls? I mean, pretty gutsy, but you guys got it done.
Yeah, I think that's just trusting in the offense, trusting in Coach Pease's calls. We do it all week at practice. We had a really good week of practice this week, a lot of good execution. And we were we found a good flow throughout the game. We knew that it was going to come down to us scoring more points. The offense took that head on, and we just trusted the calls and executed what we needed to.
Can you break down that 4th and 1 pass to Junior for the 47-yard touchdown, and then that 4th and goal to seal the game?
Yeah.
At the end there?
The one to Junior, we kind of drew that one up all week. They were heavy into stopping our run. That was kind of evident. And 4th and 1, I'm sure everyone's thinking, get the ball inside. Made a good play fake. And Junior and Keelan were open on that play. We kind of threw to Junior all week on it. And that was kind of what I saw first. And he did the rest. Just had to give him a chance. And the one at the end, shout out to Coach Pease. Just kind of trusting everyone on the offense and what we're capable of doing. We could have ran the ball there, and everyone did their job and executed well, and I just had to get our guys the ball.
Logan, what was that like just playing in a game like that? I'm sure you might have enjoyed the shootout more than Ryan did, but what was that like just getting in the flow of everything? How much fun was that for you?
It was really fun. I know that our offense is capable of doing that. We can obviously run the ball. We showed that in weeks past. And as far as throwing the ball, we know we're capable of doing that too. We got a lot of really good receivers. Our tight end showed up well tonight as well, so I think we're just clicking in all facets of our offense, and it was fun to be a part of. I just had to get our playmakers the ball and let those guys win the game.
Coach,
have you ever played in an offensive shootout like that before in your college career?
I had one start last year against Utah State. It was similar. It kind of went down to the end of the game. So I've been in that situation before. You just got to relax, trust that the success that we've had all game is come from running the ball well and throwing the ball well and trusting those plays and just continuing to go out there and execute. We knew that we were capable of doing it. It was just, could we do it longer than them? And that's exactly what we did.
Ryan, did Eastern just have an extra edge in that second half on offense? What did you see that was different about them?
I don't think, as a unit, we particularly executed well. We just had to get back to who we are as a defense and try and just gut it out. And the offense helped us along. So, well, I'll have to look at the film.
So will you marry me in your future? Or maybe you do it all over again. Hi, I'm Brian Toon with Jewelry Design Center, inviting you to come see the largest selection of Will You Marry Me in the state of Montana. The brightest diamonds of every shape and size, unique settings built to last, and skilled jewelers on site offering free sizing and maintenance for life, because that's how long we want to be your jeweler. Jewelry Design Center in Missoula, on Brooks, across from the Montana Club.
You can talk about each of the quarterbacks in this game. I guess first start with yours. What did you think of Logan being able to execute like he did today?
Well, Logan played really well. Needed every point, obviously, and he handled a lot of things. There's some things that may have been a little gray for him, and I think when we go back and watch the film, we'll see that he made a lot of good decisions. Just throughout the game. Just well played by Logan. He did a nice job.
At Eastern's quarterback, he seems like a challenging guy. He played pretty well. What sort of challenges does he present?
Well, it's really how well he runs it. They had a couple of shot plays. They had some really good game plan stuff against us. And they picked some guys in man coverage, and they got the ball in the perimeter, picking our backers a little bit, and then they slipped some guys out into blitz that we missed, and then we busted coverage a couple times, and that's where the big plays came down the stretch. So there was some good by us and some really good by them, but they run the long touchdown run by 15 was just a magnificent big boy run by that kid. So those guys. There's a reason why they play three of them, because the quarterback, they can all carry the ball really well. They all have great speed, and they're a handful when they've got the ability to run it. And, we just didn't do it. That's really where it is in the run game. Where we got cut out of some things, and gave up some plays and let them move the chains, where we kind of had them behind the schedule and then we let them out. And, shame on us for doing that.
Coach, what do you think of that final offensive sequence? You get down to the 2, they decline the holding call, and then you go for it. Just your thoughts on the declining of the penalty and going for it there.
Yeah, we got it in on the quarterback sneak, and Xavier, he just had the long run, and he was gassed, and he lined up wrong, which that's not an excuse, but should have lined up right. But, when we got that call, I just told him, I said, if he declines it, I'm going to go for this. And if he takes it, then obviously we have a third down call to make. So we just that's the other first one. Yeah, that was it.
Ryan,
Last one.
Ryan, there's been a lot of games for Montana where the defense has won the game. What was it like watching the offense kind of pick you guys up even when you were struggling to be able to come away with a win?
Yeah, it was awesome seeing them perform on all facets like that. Logan did an excellent job. The O-line did a great job. Tight end showed up today. Offense was fun to watch. Defense needs to get back to work and bring it all together for 4 quarters.
One last one. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, these guys don't believe in ladies first. No manners at all.
It means a lot to Eastern to protect the red. For this to be you guys' first win on the red, does that mean anything to you all?
Yeah, well, we believe in protecting the green at home. So, and I don't know about all that, but like when they play at Davis or whatever, that's a terrific home field advantage for Davis because they got green turf. Eastern always plays on red. I saw Mike Griz after the game. I said, hey, how about getting rid of that? Anybody else?
Thanks, guys.
You going? All right.
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
I know it was a big game for you. Was this a big game for the offense, though, in the sense that you got some things done and you got rolling in the second half?
Yeah, I think as an offense, it feels good when you look up and you can see how many points you score because we've had a couple tough ones in a row. So hopefully that momentum carries over in the next one, but just got to keep doing what we're doing week in and week out.
I thought Kakoa was moving around more and doing things almost kind of Eric Berrier-like at the end of that game. Did you see anything different from him, especially down the stretch?
I think he just had a different mentality going into it, and hopefully he just keeps carrying it into it. I just told him to keep being different, man. Just be you, because the way you are, you're going to be legendary, you're going to be special, man. So try not to do too much and just kind of let it come to him.
Did you talk to Berrier down there on the sideline?
Yeah, he's been here the past couple days, so it's definitely good to see him, get him around the team, and have him talk to the team. It means a lot.
When Vesperis extends plays like he does, how much more challenging does that make you guys just offensively?
Yeah, I think it definitely helps because the defense just can't hone in on a pocket passer or run game. You know when he drops back, he's liable to do anything. So I think it's very vulnerable for us because then we just run around and they'll try to find us.
You guys had such a good start, and then Montana kind of comes storming back when you're down 31-17 at halftime, or I guess 31-14 at halftime. What's the mentality? How are you guys able to stay in this game?
I mean, we knew we were getting the ball back, so go down and score. Keep playing hard. Like it is what it is. Like we can't let the score affect the way we're playing. So just keep playing hard.
What can you take away from that? Not quitting. You could have easily laid down a couple scores, but you made it a game there at the end.
Yeah, I think it definitely shows the heart and fight that we have. But I mean, at the end of the day, we didn't win, so that is the challenging part. So keeping the team well, thinking like, oh man, we still lost. Hopefully they see that. I mean, we put it all out there. I mean, hopefully we'll go back and watch the film, see if we put it all out there. I mean, it feels like we did. So just go back and really rethink about like, man, we're a special team. We can be really good. So just keep trying to be great. I mean, we're 0-1 in Big Sky. It is what it is. Like next week, trying to go 1-1.
Wortham has you're a return guy too, and I'm curious, what's your perspective on what he's able to do in the return game? He had a couple 40 yards.
Yeah, I think game changer, playmaker. He's got juice. Like that's what I think about when I think about him. Like anytime you kick the ball, you don't know what's going to happen. He could crib it every single time, so it's definitely nice to have him back there because, like you said, we could get a free 7 points just by a kickoff. So trying to keep him going. You know, not getting frustrated with not getting the touchdown because I know he probably is, but just keep him like, man, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So.
And then that last onside kick, how close were you to grabbing that ball?
I mean, when I look back up, I thought it was pretty close. I should have jumped a little sooner. So definitely frustrating when you look back up at the replay and you're inches away, game of inches, which is tough, challenging.
Where do you go from here?
Only where we can go. Just keep working hard, keep going, try to win. Like I said, 1-on-1. That's what we're trying to get to. Keep the guys motivated, keep them locked in. I don't think there's nothing else we can really do besides just work our tails off this week. It is what it is. I just want to win games, and I think that's all we want to do. So if I have a good performance but we lose, it doesn't mean anything to me. So just trying to be a vocal leader. I'm not very talkative, but being that vocal leader and getting the guys going, I think really helps. And just kind of stay true to myself that way and keep doing it.
Five Valleys Restoration, your view is our view, and what a beautiful view it is. We are proud to be locally owned, locally operated. We love our community here in Missoula and also the full Five Valleys that we do service. We give back to the community, we service our community. Our kids go to school here, we live here, we play here, and we love it.
Obviously really good things offensively here. What did you see from the offense, especially in the second half as they mounted that comeback?
I saw teams score 28 in a quarter. That doesn't happen very often. I think special teams played extremely well as well. We're clicking. That's number 18 in the country. We were 8 for a reason. But we exposed some things we thought we could offensively against our defense. Picked up pressure. I think the protection tonight, for the better part of the night, was really, really done well. And usually around here, you protect, you score. That's been that way for 25 years. We did well enough to give ourselves a chance, more a chance to win. We just didn't get it done. And it's not the same story. There's a situation last week, gave up 49. I felt like we didn't leave everything out there. Challenged them from Monday on to leave everything out there, every single play. And I think they did that. Was it pretty at times? Absolutely not. But there was a ton of guts, a ton of belief. You got to take calculated risks, which we did. That onside kick, we got to stop somebody. And if we're not stopping somebody, let's try to create our own momentum. So that stadium was electric at times. Felt like kind of the good old days a little bit with some back and forth banter, from both fan bases. There's some juice going. There's a lot of belief. It wasn't, well, here we go again. We just fell short. We ran out of time. Kicked the deep before, changed left, 3 timeouts. Felt like we had a chance to, rely on the defense. At some point, you got to rely on the guys. You can't just rely on one unit. Board change and 3 timeouts. I'm going to trust that D. Just didn't get done. They moved the ball twice, I think, in that series on 4th downs. They went for it and goal from the 2-yard line. And we just didn't, when the biggest moments came, we just didn't rise to those, to all of those moments. Proud of our team. They those guys were warriors today, man. Stats aside, warriors. Got to create more takeaways. 5 games, we've had 2 takeaways, 1 on a Hail Mary in the second quarter. We got to turn the ball over. More on defense, give the offense another set of downs. We don't have to steal possessions at times, but challenging their effort, won't challenge the effort from the ground level. Very, very proud of those individuals. Fun game to be a part of. Scored 28 in the 4th quarter, down 17 at half. Kind of back and forth first half of that 3rd quarter. Nothing really was going either way, and man, it was a fun fight. We just ended up taking the last punch, which sucks.
How much did you consider accepting that holding call when they were down at the goal line there on 3rd down?
I wanted to buy the time back and save the timeout a little bit. That was part of the thought process. I felt like our defense, 4th and goal from the 2. They were probably going to go for it. That ran through my head because we were going to get the ball. Chances are they went for it. Knowing it's 3 points, that if you match the 3, we're probably not going to get aggressive with 7. It was a thought, but I trust our D. It doesn't mean if we didn't get it done that I distrust them after the fact. We're in position. 5-minute play. Five was aware today. He played the entire game. Ayat didn't play a snap. They threw the ball around the yard in that first half, 300+ yards passing, which we've been approached on a defensive side in the run game. So they obviously saw something to get themselves out of the run. It's 700 yards, so we got to stay away from it. That's not going to, without any turnovers, cost turnovers, that's probably not going to equate to too many victories. In this case, we're 3 points away, even with all the stuff that went down. So, but it was a thought, Dan. But I trust those guys and want to see at the timeout really at the end of the day in that situation. 4th and goal.
And then last, just the effort from Malik and Tuna in that run game. What did you see from your running backs particularly, and Jared too on that 48-yard touchdown?
I think all three of them ran collectively the same, which was physical. There wasn't a ton of excess movement. They actually delivered a lot of punishment in the run game. They all kind of fed off each other. Jared's run was similar to Mike's run against Idaho last year, where before you know it, he spits out, and they have a will to stay up and continue to drive their feet, and it was balanced. I mean, both kids had over 70 yards rushing. I think Coach Cheney did a great job keeping those guys out balanced and changing speeds. They just committed. It was going to be, at times, going to be dirty runs. There's going to be 4 and 5 yard runs. Montana's a great defense. They move pieces around. They in that front did a really good job. And I think for the most part, we intended to do what we ended up doing tonight from start to finish, even though there's a little lull in that late second quarter.
How do you plan to regroup now in the bye week?
It's gonna take a little wind out of your sails. Those are, again, like we've talked about, the hard ones when you go down to the wire, 1-score games, and you don't get it done. It just takes a little bit more out of you. We're on a bye. Guys will have tomorrow off and get to watch film on Monday. I'm always a proponent of working the basics out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in bye weeks. And in spring ball, I think we tackled better than last week, but there's too many explosive plays. How do we find ourselves committed to whatever we want to commit to, especially defensively, and really lean into those pieces to try to take away those explosive plays and some of those sets. But I think all in all, just continue to look each other in the eye, believe in each other. There was a team that scored 16 last week and 49 this week, so the road doesn't get any easier, so don't feel sorry for yourself, because no one's going to feel sorry for you. So I don't know about regroup, but we'll recollect ourselves and get back at it, and we'll break through at some point. We will.
38-21, and you guys had a 4th and 2, pass up the field goal and don't pick up the first down. Just what was the thought process of going for?
Yeah, there's always armchair quarterbacks all over the place. I get it. Every game's going to have questions. If you kick the field, get a block, you're going to ask me why you didn't go for it. Because Kakko is one of the better quarterbacks in this league. Felt like we were in a 6-foot scenario where we could get 6 feet. Didn't get it. He had an open man. Didn't get it done. He was human. And sometimes we pretend that these kids are non-human. But that was the thought. Everybody's always, if this, then that, if that, then this. Similar to the 4th goal from the 2. Some of it's got analytics. You take analytics and look at it, but at the end of the day, it's momentum in the game. And we felt like we had some momentum in the game. I made the decision that I thought was best for our team. We just didn't get it done. That didn't cost us a game. That's what I tell every coach. One play does not cost you a game. One call does not cost you a game. There's a lot of other plays involved. We could have done ourselves a favor in not that 4th and 2 on offense. That's why I can answer that.
Montana getting those 2 explosive plays on 4th down, how much do you think that impacted the momentum of the
game? Big, because everybody's riled up for a 4th down, stop, or maybe they move the chains with a 4 or 5 yard gain. And, Coulter, it is. It's kind of a low blow, because it's like, man, you got them to the 4th down situation. I think they were pressed a little bit. I think they went a few 4th downs, because I think they were pressing. I'll just say pressing, which we had them on the ropes. We just didn't finish the fight. I mean, we just, as winners, at the end of the day, it doesn't make you feel better, but it makes you feel pretty good that you had someone on the ropes. And so we got to find out to throw the knockout blow to get those stops on 4th down, or don't give up the explosive play on 4th down and make them go the length of the field. Too many explosives on defense. But with those explosives, I think 3 or 4 times, we trimmed them down before they got to the end zone. We could have easily walked away and saw their field goal unit come on board. So you try to take some silver lining and look in the silver lining to see some of the positives out of that. But yeah, it's tougher when it's not 3 yards on a 4th and 2, when it's 43 yards, when the field flips, and all of a sudden they're in the red zone before you know it after a big 4th down. So must be better. 9 of 16 defensively. They converted on 3rd and 4th down, 3 of 3 out of 4. So, which tells me we probably got to have a 4th down scenario next week. Doesn't mean it's going to equate to games, but we've got to put ourselves in 4th down situations. And when we do have 3rd and 17 or 18s, we've got to not allow them to get in 4th and 2 or 3 situations. So that's something I'm going to look at as a head coach because I'm responsible for that. We trust our kids, but at some point we've got to do bigger things at bigger moments.
The quarterbacks in this game both played really well. What'd you think of? I mean, you played a lot of quarterbacks, but mostly Vesperis and Fife. What'd you think of those two guys?
I thought Kiko was sat in there. He moved around, kept his eyes downfield, found some open guys. Had a couple early throws. I wish he would have taken it back. Then we came back to the wheel by Austin. It was a different outcome when Austin York caught the one. It was the same play we ran early in the game. Until we come back to it, I thought he was very mature. Once again, I don't believe in superstitions. Didn't have a turnover. That's big. I mean, you throw the ball, whatever it was, 42 times, and it wasn't all him. 38 times, 4 touchdowns, 265, fairly efficient. Only give up 1 sack. And no turnovers. That's one thing we've been doing is not giving the ball to offenses from our offense or to defenses. But we've got to collect more on defense. We can't sit at +1 or -1 or 0 the entire year. We got to find the ball out. I thought he was efficient. Got banged up for a little bit, came back in the game. Jared Taylor goes without saying. Why'd you put Jared Taylor in the game on a 3rd down to convert a big? That's tough to come off cold and all of a sudden throw a climb route in a situation where it's 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. And that's big stuff that everybody overlooks and takes for granted. I look Jared in the eye and said, that ain't easy. You know that, and I know that. He sat in there, delivered the mail, and got us a set of sticks. And so I wish I was a little bit happier, but I'm very ecstatic by the guys and the heart they played with. They left a ton of themselves out there. But Logan played absolutely well too. I don't like to say that because he played efficient, but he willed that team in a lot of ways to a lot of success throughout that game. So he's been in those moments. He's played big boy ball, and he played big boy ball today.
Meeting her stopped your world. The ring you give her should stop her heart.
Tina, will you marry me?
Not again! Don't worry, I'm gonna fix this. Because we want to be your jeweler! Aren't our beautiful diamond? Clear! Come back to me, Tina!
Are you okay?